Do you think famine can be solved, Meg?
No, I don't think so, Sam.
Play the music, Meg.
LITOK.
Hmm?
So hi,
Hello.
Hey guys, what's up?
we are Alabra,
Yes.
pulong sa mga alagad sa obra, the student organization for the program BA Literary and Cultural Studies.
I'm
Yes.
Sam.
I'm Mackie.
I'm Meg.
Hello.
Hello again.
Yes, hello
Okay.
again. Welcome to the first episode of LITOK after a long hiatus. Siguro, yeah. Ever since face-to-face classes started, LITOK has been gone, but now it's back. And it's our little playground where we can yap about things we want to yap about. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You could never shut us up.
Of course.
That's true.
Yes, we're here filming this in my room.
I hate it here.
It's so fun, guys.
It's so hot.
Oh my god.
I want to
Yeah,
go
it was
home.
hotter before when it was
Uh-huh.
broken. This is the AC that's not broken. So yeah.
So, topics, guys.
We don't know what we're doing.
Obviously, our first
This is our
time.
first episode, so this is a bit messy.
Mm-hmm.
A bit.
Please bear with us.
Out of everyone here, I think Meg has the most experience. This is Dear Tita Mercy. She's kind of a celebrity here.
I don't think
True.
anyone
She is.
knows what Dear Tita
She is.
Mercy is.
No, they
So,
know. You're a celebrity.
They know, they
Yeah.
know.
And this is your first time showing off your face. They've only heard your voice. Megan,
I don't
everyone-
need people attaching my face to my name.
Uh-huh. I agree.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess I have bullet points here. This is gonna be. This is not a mess,
Nerd.
guys. This is gonna be organized.
I
Okay.
have bullet points.
I shut. Oh. We're trying not to swear. Shut
We're
up.
censoring that.
Okay.
Honk honk.
Honk honk. So I guess since we are literature students and since we're a quote unquote RT course, I guess, we get talked a lot about how our program doesn't have a future. It's like, what's the use of literature? So I guess I'm just gonna go around. Mackie, can you tell the wonderful viewers and the listeners what the importance of literature is in society?
Wow. Okay.
First of all, I didn't know I was so on the spot with that.
A loaded question.
It's-
It's like,
It's okay. That's a lot, by the way. That's a
Mm.
lot for me to think about. But first thing I thought about was, are you sure you want AI to take over? Because we're literally the living proof of that things happening. And honestly, I saw like how people are like adjusting to AI,
Mhm.
and there was like one article that it was like fully about AI, and then it was also made by AI, and then while I was reading it, obviously you can't like connect to whatever the article was about, because you don't feel how heartfelt it was.
yeah.
And like some people don't really care, and it's like sad to look at because we exist. And
Yeah.
then I really like told myself, so what's my purpose then? I even told my dad that, because my dad was like showing me AI stuff, and I was like, but like that's what I'm studying, and that's basically my purpose too. And then he said, well, it's really inevitable because people are really adjusting to it. And I was like, but my purpose literally is just doing whatever AI is trying to do. And AI is not capable of being as human like as we are humans already. Like it's unnecessary and very, yeah, it's sad. Just sad. And yeah, literature is just important. As much as science is, as much as math is, as much as like just living this world. Like, are you sure you can live this world without literature, without like talking, without communicating? Because all those are just based on our words itself, and just our learning. So
I think what your dad said is like such a dystopian thing to say of like, well, it's inevitable. Like, no, that's such a complete waste of advanced technology to just use AI to replace the artists and the writers when
Yeah.
like you could make use of AI for like things that like humans shouldn't be doing. Like just let the robots do it.
And I don't buy it. I don't buy that it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm hopeful. She isn't apparently, but yeah, I don't think it's
Oh, what?
inevitable.
No. Like,
She
I
is,
was,
Sam.
I
Of
was
course.
shaking my head
He
that
wasn't
someone
listening.
said
I
that it was
see.
inevitable.
Sam
Sorry,
never
I'm sorry.
listens.
I
He never
listen.
listens. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's
But
fine.
yeah, I think people will catch on. I think this is just a trend. I think people will catch on that all this AI stuff is like, especially in creative fields such as
Yeah.
ours. I feel like they'll just catch on and it will die like any other fad. This is, like she said, it's a very human thing. It's You can't separate literature from humanity.
Yeah.
You say the article about AI was made by AI.
Yeah, someone used ChatGPT to like basically
That's crazy.
like
Weird.
give us the down. Like it's just no, it's unnecessary. Like I guess that people want to make AI useful for like to make things easier, but it's literally not the way how we should live our lives, especially the creative way, because AI taking over human. Dian, I got distracted. Like the anyways, I'll just talk about that again because you have to edit this. Okay, you have to edit this out. Basically, AI cannot be in the form of how humans do art or how they work with art or how they see art, because AI is basically just based off the things they see on the internet, and then people just like making it work somehow, but doesn't look pretty
Yeah.
at all.
It's like,
So lifeless.
oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
Thank you,
Okay,
Dian.
thank you,
Thank you,
Dian. Thank you,
Dian.
Dian.
It's like it also feels like Frankensteining everything that exists on the internet, and like it's like a Frankenstein creation sometimes when you think about it, when you like read something AI did or like see something AI did, like this is
Yeah,
a
something that's
Frankenstein
yeah,
creation.
picked apart and then put back together. It's just
Yeah.
That's what it does. It can't think like us. That's what it does.
it
Makes
can
up a
never do
lot.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're literature students because we're studying what it means to be human.
Because we have a lot of existential dread
Exactly.
and we like to explore that.
Okay. Alright. So yeah, I think it's time to move on to
Yeah.
the real meat of our episode. This is premiering on August 31st, so happy Buwan ng Wika, guys.
Premiering.
Yes, premiering
Wow.
at the last day of Buwan ng Wika. So, maligayang Buwan ng Wika, mga kabayan. So, yeah. And so, we're just gonna talk about... Yes.
The Aquino popped out.
Okay. All right.
We always say Sam looks like an Aquino,
It's because
and
I'm from Tarlac.
yeah,
Mm.
that just proves it further.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Filipino languages.
Uh-huh.
And so I think actually this setup we have, the three of us, I think it's pretty linguistically diverse, I'd say.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Is it because it's your room?
No, it's not. First off, can you like Meg is from Bohol and she grew up Bohol and both her parents are Bohol, so she grew up speaking Bisaya. Maki and I have roots both here in Visayas and in Luzon.
Yep.
And she's from where are you from in Luzon?
I am from Bicol. Yeah.
I'm just finding this
Okay,
out.
they just found out. But yeah, I'm from Bicol. My dad is from Bicol.
Mhm.
We have tried living in Quezon province, and then from time to time we go back to Kamsur, and then Kamsur to back to Quezon province.
Oh,
So,
she's
yeah.
from everywhere.
Do you speak Bicolano?
I understand. I don't speak.
Oh, yeah, see, this is what I
Ooh,
mean.
cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, and as I said earlier, I'm from Tarlac. My mom is from Tarlac. My dad is from Bohol, and in Tarlac we speak Kapampangan and Ilocano. And so yeah, I think like we have a pretty, and of course, all of us understand Bisaya here living in
Mhm.
Cebu. So we're all
Yeah.
pretty. Again, this is a diverse set of things in terms of
Diverse.
yes, how we
In the
understand
Philippines.
languages. But like yeah, But before we get into I guess the whole meat of the discussion, I'm just gonna give a short history of Buwan ng Wika. This is the fun part, guys. And so, because of course, our country is an archipelago, and a lot of people say that had we not been colonized, we wouldn't even be this one country, diba? And so uh, like that's
I mean,
like,
it's true.
like yeah, uh, I mean it's a thing we've had. Like we've struggled with our identity a lot as Filipinos, and language is I think a pretty big part of that as well. And like so when we did become solidified as the country of the Philippines, that's the question that came up. Like what do we
Yeah.
do? How like we need one language as a whole to communicate with each
Yeah.
other. And in terms of like actually legally trying to do that, it started around 1935 by Manuel Quezon back when we were colonized by the Americans. And it wasn't until 1946 when Sergio Osmeña designated a Tagalog-based uh, language as the national language. It's called, there was a confusion, of course, that caused some controversy. There's
Yeah.
some resistance to that. But and there was some confusion as well because it wasn't clear. Was it Tagalog? Was it Filipino? The concept of the language of Filipino at that time wasn't even a thing, and it was confusing. In 1959, it was Filipino with a P, and then 1973 up until now, it's now
Yeah.
Filipino officially, and until now it's
It's so
skeptical.
confusing
Yeah,
to
it's
some
confusing.
people.
Yeah, like when you say especially to someone foreign, if you say Filipino, they're probably thinking Tagalog.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you speak so yeah. And then as for the celebration in 1946, Sergio Osmeña declared March 27 to April 2 as Linggo ng Wika, ending in April 2 as Francisco Balagtas's birthday. But in 1954, Ramon Magsaysay changed that to August 13 to 29 to coincide with Manuel Quezon's birthday, who is the person that like
Initiated.
yeah, it's like the whole roots of I guess the Tagalog supremacy of the Philippines, I guess. And like he's known as the father of the Filipino
Yeah,
language.
Yeah.
But like yeah, like Quezon. Uh that's one of the most Tagalog of Tagalog places. So yeah.
If you guys listen to social studies, I'm pretty sure you guys knew that.
Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, and then Cory Aquino, when she was in power, she affirmed those dates, but Fidel Ramos made it all month. Now they changed it from March to April because during March back then and until like just currently recently, that was summer break and so students couldn't be involved in
Yeah.
the but now August is also kind of a weird spot in our academic calendar, so I don't know, maybe they'll change it soon again. And so and then so yeah, since every year since the 90s, we've had one ng Wika all August long. And then in 2019, UNESCO designated a bunch of our indigenous languages as a World Heritage. And so now indigenous languages are observed as well in Buwan ng Wika. And by extension, every other language, not just an indigenous language. And but according to our 1986 constitution, we are technically bilingual with Filipino, whatever Filipino means, and English. That's why
Yeah.
all our documents are in English. So I guess that's it for the short history. How about you guys? What thoughts do you have like in language and the history of our language?
I think one of the biggest challenges too is like you can kind of feel that Cebuano or Bisaya or like the more official we call it Cebuano. Like it feels like it's fading. It's because we were never really taught like a standardized Cebuano. And so like we're not sure with the spelling. The grammar keeps changing, like the way like sometimes how we say words in different generations, like it's very different. Like when I say um when I say giludan ko, and then for us, for our generation, it would mean like we feel like sick, something's making us sick. And then my dad, he ludan for him is like spitting. Luwa, ludan. So yeah, it's like we never really standardized the language, and like we're trying to with the mother tongue based subject that I think grades 1, 2, and 3 have.
In some schools,
Um,
they don't have that, weirdly enough.
mm,
And, like, that's sad.
but it's also like really confusing, I think, for the
Yeah.
kids.
True.
We need to like have a better way of, like teaching officially the language to locals.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even if like Tagalog is of course this like omnipresent thing, like it's been memed and been the subject of a lot of discussion, especially from boomers, that like kids these days don't even know Tagalog, even in like places like Cavite and stuff. So like how much like we like as you said, like Cebuano is fading and you feel like it's being overshadowed by Tagalog, and even Tagalog people say is fading away. So I think I think it's kind of sad.
I mean, like the fact that we're speaking in English right now.
Exactly.
Oh my God, we've been. We cannot decolonize
Just, I mean,
ourselves.
I guess it's just the we're just adjusting to the universal language. But
Yeah.
they did say that we should like learn more about like how our language is structured, and basically how we're supposed to speak. And the people even in Luzon, some don't really bother to learn Filipino anymore. It's just
Yeah.
English. It's just pure English. And then people are also getting made fun of for how they speak Tagalog, because sometimes they have an accent and then it's like mixed with English, konyo. And yeah, people mean that a lot. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I guess they're trying, but it's just how you were, how do you call this? How you spoke in your household and how you spoke just in everyday life. So basically, I think it's more on English or whatever your parents like speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a Filipino language you want to learn besides the ones you already know?
Honestly,
I
I don't really see the
Oh.
use.
Well, I want to learn Hiligaynon. It
wanna,
sounds very.
I wanna.
I'm never near those places, so
Chavacano.
Ooh,
that's
yeah,
pretty
Chavacano.
cool.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool to me. Like whenever I hear like people speaking Chavacano, it's like, whoa, okay,
That's
okay.
cool.
Mm.
Um,
But also, like, I didn't do any research. That's a
We didn't do
disclaimer.
any research,
But I think if like you ask a language person, they would be like all these changes that our languages are going through are
Yeah.
all valid, because like language is alive and it's always evolving.
Yeah.
So all these changes are valid, but even though like it's maybe like sound wrong,
yeah.
but from that perspective, like, it's still valid.
I think there is. I think it is tragic. Like, English is like the most prominent side. Like, someone once told me, but we have an identity crisis as the Philippines.
Yeah.
Throughout history, like
Mm.
even from pre-colonial up to now, we've been Islamified, Sinified, Hispanicized, but it wasn't complete. They always stopped.
Mm.
And then the Americans came, and then they made everyone speak English. So that's why we're speaking English right now. So isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just
Also,
letting them dominate the whole
Mhm.
thing too.
yeah.
We didn't even try to like stop it.
They kind of like weaponized it by teaching us English. We kind of take on American values because we speak their language.
True.
So we take on, like, we start acting American, and like all our Filipino values start. We also like like I don't know. For me, when I was a kid, like at some point, speaking in like Bisaya kind of equated to doing something wrong, because like in elementary they encourage you to speak English. They would literally like I remember my teacher assigning somebody to like tally anybody, like every Bisaya word that you say is one tally, and if you have any tallies at all, you're not gonna get a medal at the end of the month. And so like, yeah, in my head I was like, So English is the right language, and I should speak English all the time.
I relate to that because okay, in my classrooms in like my old school, they literally had a poster up on the blackboard that says English is the only language you speak here. Something like that.
No.
And I'm like, but and then I don't know. As like I don't know, schools change rules sometimes. But
Mm.
when I got to high school, it didn't really matter.
Mm.
Because we're like, just like when you were in elementary or nursery, just like speak English all the time.
Mhm.
And then during high school, we just didn't really care anymore. We just spoke in whatever we wanted to speak. Like,
Yeah.
Bisaya, you can speak Tagalog, you can speak English, go ahead, whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a very strict rule for kids.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Because they grow up to be.
Yeah, it really warps your view of
Yeah.
our language.
Yeah. I know I have a problem with those parents that just, especially in the Philippines, where they exclusively teach their children
Mm.
English only,
Mhm.
because like especially when the parent themselves isn't that proficient in English.
Yeah, it's
You're just creating future problems for yourself. You're not gonna be able to communicate with your child properly.
mhm.
True.
It's it's also like very what is it, like the incongruence of like hearing this like 6-year-old, like they're trying to buy food, like street food, and then they're speaking English, and somebody who probably is not that good at English, and so like that's a crisis. That's a whole
Yeah.
crisis.
And it's like, yeah, we're officially, like I said, we're officially bilingual. So like, I mean, we were all, our first tongue were our native tongues, but we're pretty versed with English now. Just
Yeah.
because I think just from the sheer fact of being Filipino, you're bombarded with English no matter what.
True.
Mm.
Like we cringe at our own shows
Mm.
because we want to watch the American shows, or we want to watch Korean and Japanese shows with English subtitles. So like we can't really escape, English.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. I don't think, yeah, I think it's unnecessary.
No.
to just-
Yeah, and foreigners even praise us for it. Like, oh my
Oh.
gosh, Filipinos know how to speak English so well. I mean, it's not really like, I don't know, maybe it's always the colonial mentality there, because like Filipinos fall for it so hard. Like,
Mm.
yeah, we're so good at English. That's why you can just like talk to us anytime, and like it's just, I don't know. It's
It's
Yeah.
self-pity we
yeah,
have.
just, I don't know. Like, do they never think that maybe we should just like focus on our own language, because it is pretty much dying,
Mhm.
and it's sad to look at. And yeah, for those parents who like telling, like, they love telling their kids to just speak English so you can like communicate better, but then yeah, how if that itself affects your relationship with the children if you don't know how to speak English yourself. So it doesn't really matter if your child knows how to speak English. It's more proud to say that your child knows how to speak Tagalog these days, or like Cebuano. It's like,
Mm.
oh, maayo kay kamo
Yeah.
like magbisaya. Yeah, like, yeah, that's a good praise itself, because
Mhm.
that's sadly very rare to hear. So yeah.
Ooh, I have a question. When you like when you're feeling intense emotions, would you rather like communicate it in English or in your like in Bisaya or Tagalog or whatever?
My instinct is my native tongue. My
Mm.
inner voice is in Tagalog.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's good. That's good. But
Mm.
the words I want to say is in English, but like whenever I want to curse,
Mm.
it's always Tagalog or Cebuana. And then
Mm.
if especially like I'm mad at someone who only just speaks English, I talk in Tagalog or
Mm-mm.
Cebuano, so they don't understand me.
Mhm.
So yeah, but my inner voice is Bisaya, English.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's kind of both for me.
Yeah.
Filipino languages lend themselves to anger.
Oh,
Like,
it just sounds better.
yeah,
Yeah. It's more how do you call this, passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very melodic, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Melodic.
Melodic.
Cussing someone out. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, music to my ear.
Yeah. That's why I mentioned earlier that Filipinos cringe at like Filipino language stuff. The only thing they don't cringe at, I find, is the music. Like no one cringes at OPM
Oh.
really. Like people,
Mm.
yeah. Because yeah, I
Yeah.
think it does like Bisra, kanang OPM. I think their languages do lend themselves to music.
OPM is beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
So poetic.
Mm.
Like, I don't know, like Ben and Ben. So araw-araw. It's so nice. Just like
Nice.
love hearing it from our language.
Mhm.
And like there are people who don't listen to OPM, which is sad. Which they should, by the way, because even though like maybe if you don't know how to speak Tagalog, maybe it's a way for you to like understand it more because it's more
Yeah.
heartfelt and like there's emotion to it.
Mm. It's
And
also like a nice way to get better at the language.
Yeah.
Because some foreigners, when they like learn English, they watch movies, they
Mm.
watch episodes of like
Mm-hmm.
TV shows to learn
Yeah.
English. So yeah, I think that's also a way for us to like
Unfortunately
connect.
for us, like
Uh-huh.
the mainstream Filipino movies aren't that good. So like that's why, you know,
There's
we
stuff to take there.
cringe.
I think there's good stuff to take care. Of course, there's a lot of.
Can you say some like good?
That was gonna be my recommendation later.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I'll-
We'll
Oh,
wait
okay.
for
Stay
that.
tuned.
Stay tuned for
Do not
that
go away.
recommendation.
All right. Okay.
Well,
You guys,
do
you
we
guys-
move on? Do we stay? Do we?
you want some trivia? Can you guys name the top 12 Filipino languages? Just name any Filipino language. Okay. Tagalog.
Mm.
Yeah, close this now.
So Cebuano,
Cebuano.
Ano?
Hiligaynon,
Hiligaynon.
Ilocano?
Ilocano.
Kap-
Bicolano.
is it
Bicolano?
is that the same as Kapampangan?
Kapampangan.
Kapampangan.
Did you say Ilocano already?
Hmm?
Did you say Ilocano already?
Yeah, I did.
Waray, did we say Waray?
No,
Oh,
I have not.
Waray.
Waray.
That's not.
Is
Sorry.
Chavacano part of it?
We have Dian off screen, our queer seer, as he wanted to be known as.
Yeah,
So,
that's an official title.
Chavacano is a Creole. That Canton. It's not
It's
designated.
okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Pangasinense.
Honestly, I'm
There's
bad
no
at.
Pangasinan. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
there are
Oh.
the ones in Mindanao. I'm so sorry.
Queer
My
seer,
Mindanao-
come on, queer seer.
seer. Our queer seer is busy, so we can't one.
And-
Pangan, Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Bicolano, Waray, Kapampangan, Pangasinense, Maguindanao, Maranao, Taos,
Okay, we're just not familiar because
Yeah,
like it's
not-
in Mindanao.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
sadly.
guys.
So sorry
We-
for those from Mindanao.
We have Palabra members from Mindanao. They will be here next
Uh-oh.
week. Probably with pitchforks.
Yeah. Oh,
Probably.
they're gonna come with us with knives at the comments.
Okay.
What is this erasure?
But yeah, when you talked about learning Filipino through songs,
Mm.
I think we underestimate how many deep Tagalog words we know just because from songs.
Mm.
Like I did my research. I did a quick Google search.
Okay.
Some like BuzzFeed type articles of rare Tagalog words, and they were not rare at
Oh.
all. They were nais.
Really?
Like nais.
Nais
Yeah.
is rare?
Yeah.
Nice is not
Labis.
so what?
Labis is rare? No way.
Stuff like that. It's not- Like yeah.
Oh?
So like I guess I don't know. I guess that brings us back to the depressing part of it. But yeah.
When you mentioned that, I literally thought of a song
Exactly.
that
See,
has
me
that
too.
word.
Yeah, I was like, labis na naiinip.
Nais kong malaman.
No,
Like
we'll get
that.
copyrighted. Stop.
Okay,
Oh!
sorry. Oh, hoot hoot. Noot noot, whatever. Yeah. Just censor that.
Queer seer. What time? What does our time look right now? 30 minutes.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
We were talking for 30 minutes
We're talking for
already.
30 minutes already.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
do you guys have anything else?
Dian, queer seer.
Yeah.
Do you have something?
She's staring at us, by the way. If you can't,
There's
yeah, if you
nothing
guys
behind those eyes.
can't see. Yeah, he's just like.
Everything that's in his mind right now is gonna get him cancelled. That's why he can't say anything.
Yeah. That's why we didn't give him a mic, guys, because
Exactly.
I
like,
think he's has too much to say too. Behind those eyes, there's a
Yeah.
menacing criminal kind of look.
mhm.
Okay, what?
If we don't have anything else to say about
No,
our
no,
topic,
not much.
we can move on to some segments. But before that, hold on. Yap, I'm gonna look it up. Yap first. Go on, Yap.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
I want to mention
Yeah.
we Palabra are going to Ayala Center Cebu.
Now, when this comes out,
Yeah, when this
Yeah,
comes out.
right now,
So it's
guys.
August 31
go.
and September 1. We will be there.
Mhm.
It's at the hallway between the activity center and the entrance to Ulis. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Yes.
We're booth number 9. You can come get books, come get zines, stickers.
Yes, come see us.
Yeah.
yeah.
And also, like, look at all the other booths, you know?
Yeah.
Support our Cebuano artists and writers.
Yay.
Oh no,
Thank
he's
you,
picked up the
Piercy.
ukulele.
Okay, and another announcement. Doc Hope and Sergio wanted me to say this.
Mm.
Again, on the day that this is coming out, if this is coming out on 12 p.m. Piercy, or this event is gonna be at 1 p.m. It's an online seminar hosted by USC's own Cebuano Study Center. It's entitled Cebuano, Wikang Mapagpalaya. And there will be a bunch of performances by spoken word performances by Palabra students, including yours truly. So check that out. If you're from Palabra, specifically Doc Hope and Sergio wants us to check that out. It's an online seminar. So yeah. And
Cool.
also, nope, never mind. I was gonna say Green Pen Society, but it's done. Thank you everyone for registering to the
Yeah.
forums.
We don't have to put in like sound effects, we have it right here.
I don't even know if that's gonna pick up on the mic.
Probably
Just laughing
will.
at someone.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hello. All right. Let's go with some segments because we're extra. We thought of some ending segments. This next thing is Queer's Here. Set up the timer. This is, we call it 1 minute news, where we read a bunch of headlines and each one of us gives our reaction. That's only 1 minute. So, is the timer ready?
Yeah.
I'll read it, then
Okay.
I'll say my reaction, and then you, and then you.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, sure. Okay. All right. On international news, death tolls rises as Israel's West Bank raids after second day. That's very sad. Stay Palestine, free Palestine.
I cannot believe it's still going on.
Oh, me? Okay. Basically just free Palestine. I'm so sorry if you are unfortunate enough to think that Israel's the one who needs saving. It's not. And yeah, it is sad that this is still going on and not much help is given to them. So that's
1
Yeah.
minute each. Okay, on national news, President Marcos appoints Jeff Ortega as National Youth Commission chairperson. I do not know who this person is, but if Marcos appointed him, I'm sure I don't like him.
I didn't get it. Marcos appoints Jeff Ortega as National Youth Commission chairperson. I'm not familiar with National Youth Commission, so
now
This-
that says a lot about
we
our
didn't
government.
do any research.
I mean, like, if you're so like into like politics and people in the government, I'm pretty sure maybe if you know that person, I hope they do well. But yeah, as Sam said, if they are Marcos appointed, I don't think I'd like them.
Okay, in
Sad.
regional Cebuano news, subject to confirmatory test, 5 Mpox cases.
Oh no.
Stay safe, everyone. Wear your masks.
Oh my god.
Mpox is really ugly.
Curable,
But
ugly.
curable.
Yes. Meg?
It's probably it looks painful. I haven't read anything. I didn't do any research. It looks painful.
Yeah. If you had chickenpox, I don't think you're so susceptible to the disease. But if you haven't had chickenpox or monkeypox yet, you guys probably should really wear face mask and just stay safe. If you're sick or you're feeling weird about your like how you feel about yourself, healthy wise, don't don't go to school. Don't force it. You might catch the disease.
I haven't had chicken pox.
Me too. That's why I'm wearing a
Oh,
face
no.
mask. Off cam. Off cam because I have to show my face. Okay. Okay.
One more.
okay.
There's one more headline.
There's one more headline. There's one. Okay.
That was
I was so confused.
Oh my god,
I was
why
like-
was that so violent?
Time is up. Time is up with the ukulele. Okay, Sam.
Last headline on University U. The University update: the voting for the OSCE registration of the University of San Carlos Supreme Student Council, or SSC, has been extended by the SSC until 1 p.m. tomorrow, August 30, in order to accommodate the student organizations who have yet to vote on the matter. We crammed that vote, so I'm very frustrated that it got delayed and extended. But yes, we have voted, and no, we will not see what we voted for. Megan.
I think Sam has said everything that needs to be said.
What he said.
Mhm.
Nice. So that was 1 minute news, everyone.
1 minute and how many seconds, Dian?
We wanted to make a jingle for like transitions, but we didn't have the time, so we just gave our queer seer a ukulele. So yes, that's what you heard. Our next segment is the recommendations. This could be a movie, a show, an activity, a restaurant, anything. Each one of us will give a recommendation. I have a recommendation related to our topic. It can be anything. It doesn't have to relate to the topic. And so I guess as teased earlier, my recommendation is I have 3 Filipino movies to recommend everyone. Number 1 is Kisap Mata by Mike De Leon, which is a Tagalog movie. You can find it on Internet Archive. Piracy is cool. Second is
No.
no, piracy is not cool.
For legal purposes, it's
Piracy
It
is not
was
cool.
we
a
don't
joke.
believe
It
that.
was a
Sam
joke.
Mendes is joking. Thank you.
Sam Mendes is a joke.
Oh.
Exactly. So yes, Kisap Mata. It's an old 1980s movie, and it will make you want to kill yourself, but in the best way possible that a movie should. And the next is John Denver Trending, which is a Hiligay Non movie. It was 2017. I think this also makes you want to kill yourself. But yeah, it's on I Want TFC for free with ads. If any Filipino movie, just go to I Want TFC, and a lot of them are free with ads. And finally, since those last 2 were pretty intense, we have Patay na si Jesus, which is a Cebuana movie. It's a comedy starring Jacqueline Jose, and it's a fun time. So check those out, guys. Happy Buwan ng Wika.
Woo!
Yay.
Are we
Do you
supposed to give
guys-
our own recommendations?
You can.
I'm trying to come up with like a Buwan ng Wika related one. Wait, can you go first?
Yeah,
Trying
maybe.
so hard too. Like,
Okay,
You can recommend a walk in the park or something like that.
oh.
guys, touch grass. Okay, can I bring up something very viral right now?
All right.
Especially to Carolinians. The Freedom Wall.
Oh.
No.
It's
Continue.
crazy. Crazy reading all those. But there is like some beautiful parts of it. Cause there's anons who actually like write poems.
Oh.
And they're pretty good
True.
at like, Green Pen Society. What if you guys join?
Mm-hmm.
I
Even
hope
though-
you guys did join because it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that
It
is
is over actually.
my recommendation. Actually, the registration is closed, but like recommendation for the people who are in GPS. I recommend you to be at their orientation on September 6th,
Yay.
1:30 to 3:30. We will be nerds together.
True.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Dian.
With that, I think we are at our last segment. And for those of you who don't know, a few years ago, our very own Dr. Cindy Velasquez had her own podcast featuring spoken word performances from a bunch of people which is submitted. It's called the Carolinian Poet. It's been on an indefinite hiatus for a number of years now, but we wanna bring about the spirit of that. So after
We miss you, Doc
yes, we
Cindy.
miss you, Doc Cindy.
He even forgot your name, Doc.
Why'd you stutter like that?
We miss you, Doc Cindy. So after Meg sings the ending jingle and we all say our goodbye, you'll hear a performance from yours truly on the poem Mga Maiikling Tula Para sa Wika. So with that, this ends the first episode of LITOK. Mackie, ending words, anything?
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Meg, play the music.
We didn't do any research, LITOK.
Thank you. The poem's gonna be
Thank
pre-recorded.
you. Yay!
Mga maiikling tula para sa wika ni Miguel R. Santos. May sariling wika ang ibon at isda. Iba ang sa aso, iba ang sa pusa, iba't ibang bansa, kanya-kanyang wika. Itaguyod natin ang wikang pambansa. Bakit mahalaga ang sariling wika? Ito'y kaluluwa ng mahal nating bansa. Wika rin ang buklod ng puso at diwa ng tao sa Luzon, Mindanao, Bisaya. Wikang Pilipino pag ating ginamit, magkakaisa ang puso at isip. Hangarin umunlad ating makakamit sa mga dayuhay hindi palulupig. Tingnan nyo ang Inchik, Aleman at Korea. Maging taga-Russia, Hapon, Amerika, sila'y mauunlad. At ang wika nila, ang sariling wika, di wika ng iba. Ako ay Tagalog, sila'y Ilocano. Siya'y Bisaya, kayo'y Bicolano. Kapampangan sila, iba'y Cebuano. Pinubuo natin wikang Pilipino.